So in this tutorial, I am going to show you how to resize your images to submit to a show. So let's say that you see this application form and you want to apply to the show. So you start filling in all the information, name, address, all the usual stuff, and then you get down to the part where they ask for your images. And you see this part where it says please upload 3 images, and they ask for an image height and width between 1000 and 2000 pixels, and then they want the maximum image size to be no more than 2 megabytes. What do you do? Okay, I'm going to give you a really simple way to change your to resize your images. So I'm going to show you over here. I've already got a folder set up with 3 images. So let's say these are the 3 images that I want to submit. And let's look at each of the 3 to see how big they are. So this one here, the poppies one, okay, the dimensions are 6600 by 5400, which is way too big already. And then it's 36.5 megabytes, which is way too big. The next one here, the pilgrim one, this one is 1850 by 3197, again too big, and the size is 5.66 megabytes, again too big. This one over here, another one that's way too big. So we need to fix all 3 of these before we can submit them to this show. We don't want to do that. We don't want to get them mad at us. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to open up another tab, and we are going to go to a website, and it's called P-I-C-M-O-N-K-E-Y, PicMonkey.com. Oops, C-O-M, spell it right. PicMonkey.com. Okay, and up at the top it's going to show edit. Now PicMonkey is free. It doesn't matter if you're on Windows, it doesn't matter if you're on a Mac, it doesn't matter if you're on Linux. PicMonkey is accessed through the web, so it doesn't matter what you're on. So we're going to click on edit, and then it's going to ask you what file you want to open up. So this one, since I already did this once to practice, it came up automatically with the folder where these 3 images are. So let's take the poppies and open it up, and it's going to take a while because it's a big file. There it is. So this is really easy. It's free. You don't have to pay for this at all, because what we're doing is very, very, very simple. We're not even modifying it in any way other than the size. So we can ignore all of this stuff over here and go directly to the top and go to where it says save. And it's going to take a little while because this is still a big file. There it is. Okay, so we're going to change the file name and call it poppies 2, and still leave it as a JPEG because that's what we want. We could do it as a PNG, but no, we want to leave it as a JPEG. Then the dimensions. First we're going to change the dimensions, then we'll go into the quality. So they want no more than 2000. Let's go back and look over here again. Let's see, the width and the height should be between 1000 and 2000 pixels. Okay, so right now we are at the biggest dimension is 4528. So let's change that one to 2000 and see what we get. There we go, 2000 by 1636 pixels. Okay, perfect. And down here it says file size is 1.7 megabytes. Let's go back to the application form. Maximum file size 2 megabytes, and we are at 1.7, so it's already fine the way it is. I'm going to show you anyway though. Up here where it says quality, they give you 3 different choices. So we could either do the small one, and I don't know why they call it this, but we're going to click on Roger, and this is the lower resolution one, so it's 1.3 megabytes. So that's smaller. The middle one gave us 1.7 megabytes, and then the largest one is going to give us 4.2. So that's too big. We don't want to use that one. This one is fine. The middle one, middle choice is fine. So 1.7 megabytes. We're going to now save it. We're going to go back in the same folder and save. Okay, now go back to show entries, go back to the folder, and here's Poppies and Poppies 2, and see how it's now 2000 by 1636 and the file size is 1.69 megabytes. See how easy that was? Now we can go back to PicMonkey and we can open another one from my computer, and I can do this other one over here. I'll do it again just so you can see. We're just going to do that. Click on Save. Remember, this is going to take a little while because it's a big file. There we go. Okay, we're going to call this one Main Beach 2, and we need to change, let's see, this is the biggest dimension, so we're going to change the bigger one to 2000. There we go. So now it's 1335 by 2000, and our file size is 1.2 megabytes right now. So we'll see if the bigger one gets us too big or not. We'll see. 3.4. Okay, so that's too big. So we got to go back to the middle one. There we go. 1.2 megabytes. Save to my computer. We're going to go back in the same place. Main Beach 2. Save it. So let's go back to the folder. And Main Beach 1 is the 14.1 megabyte one, and Main Beach 2 is 1.19 megabytes, and it's 2000 or less. Perfect. And that is all there is to it. Now I can go back to the application form and click on Browse and pick the appropriate, where am I? Show entries, Main Beach 2, open, and it will accept it now. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hope this helped.